This is gonna be I'm gonna say these two words together, and y'all mind's gonna jump to those pixie haircut mother.
Social justice.
It's a fox. It's a fox on a toilet. Are we playing charades?
We have a woman Democrat running for a Congress seat in Virginia, their 7th district.
That's nice.
West Virginia?
So
Is it Virginia or West Virginia?
basically, the dude who's running it now, who's in that district now, is a Tea Partier, right? You remember the whole Tea Party thing and how that's
Aren't they a bunch of dicks?
yeah. They're like that right wing that we hate. That's them. Yeah. And she's basically the 7th district is, I think it's from like, I don't remember the city, but it's basically a plot of land between Washington and Virginia.
Off your phones!
No.
Unless you're researching something to talk about.
I am actually.
No, you're on Snapchat.
Yes, I am.
Lying ass.
So.
What's he looking at?
You both are lying.
Yeah, of course.
It was my mother.
That's a little more acceptable than that.
No!
He's just being
He's
a
a grown
thought.
ass man. He can wait.
He's just being a thought.
My
Anyway,
mom texts me right now. You know what I'm going to do? Not going to look at it. Because she grown. I'm grown. We'd be all right.
Sorry.
Get the fuck off Snapchat. None of those whores are going to suck your dick. Put it down.
oh my god.
So rude.
Thank you.
This lady's an ex-CIA officer. So she's a little bit of a badass, depending on what she did, obviously. But like, you know.
She was their PR agent.
But I've like just looking over her issues. I think this is the kind of person we need. Like not like obviously like not just clones of her. She just has that like middle ground mentality almost.
A centrist.
Yeah.
A
Well, no, I
rationalist.
mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah, she does seem very rational.
A libertarian?
No, not that rational. That's a little too logical.
Chaotic
But
neutral.
the healthcare is the same as all Democrats. She wants affordable healthcare for everyone. That's just kind
Oh,
of
God forbid. I was just looking. Actually, matter of fact, speaking
Why
of
is that a
healthcare-
Democratic issue, not just a countrywide issue?
money.
Money to keep those idiots healthy.
Her gun violence. This is from her website, so you know. It says thousands of Americans die each year due to violence, suicide, or accidents involving firearms, and our lawmakers' unwillingness to address this problem leaves our citizens and our children vulnerable. I am a former federal law enforcement officer. I used to carry a gun every day, and I support responsible gun ownership. But the ever-increasing number of Americans who die each day requires that we take action. Which I don't see that as her saying.
What's her reaction?
I mean, that's just like the snippet of. I'm not going to click into the whole thing because that'd be like those. You know, those things are long as fuck.
Yeah.
But just from that, I kind of feel like she's not saying we need to get rid and ban all guns. She's saying it's okay to have guns, but we just need to like be more
Respect the fact that
yeah,
they're a gun.
Yeah, exactly. Which
So
That's
who's this woman? So we can put her in the Classic Urban Hall of Fame?
I wouldn't. I mean, let's not get carried
Let's not
away
ride her
yet.
nuts quite
Let's not
yet.
get carried away yet.
Pump the brakes there.
all right.
Fat daddy.
All right, Slim Daddy. You know what's best.
She says that she doesn't want to privatize Social Security and Medicare.
Don't bang on the table.
Okay.
She just read it. This is about jobs and economy. Advancements in technology have radically restructured the global economy. While these changes bring many benefits, they have also altered the employment landscape for many Americans. We must take steps to acknowledge and understand how this impacts individual salaries and economic growth across our country so that we can plan accordingly and ensure that our workforce training meets the needs of the changing economy. Which sounds pretty good when you face value. Education. As a proud graduate of some fucking school and as a mother of children who attended public schools, I believe deeply in the value of public education. I will advocate for and work to strengthen our public education system. I mean, every politician says that, but like, you know. About taxes, we need
Didn't
to.
Donald Trump say something about schools?
I think he wants to privatize
Yeah,
it.
yeah, he wants to like.
No, if I remember correctly, he wants to put forward more charter schools.
Yes.
Which is not exactly a bad thing. It depends on the charter school.
Yeah, but his cabinet member, what's her name? Is she his cabinet member?
She's Secretary of Education, Betsy
the
DeVos.
dumbass.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. She
Dude,
wants to privatize all.
Yo,
learning.
one of my instructors went to go visit her when she came in. And he just fucking trolled the shit out of her.
What?
He met her and everything. He was just fucking with her. It's on his Facebook page. I'll pull it up later.
Oh my god.
her tax reform in the budget say we need comprehensive tax reform, but what Congress just passed is not it. We need tax reform that makes our tax system simpler and more fair and strengthens our middle class.
Yeah, they were saying whatever was just passed. I kept seeing stuff like saying like, "Oh, you're gonna get more money."
Yeah, but
Your
it's
checks. They've not changed
No.
at all.
I've gotten $2
Well, I
more
mean, I make
dollars.
more money now, but that's
Yeah.
because I got a raise.
I think I got $2 more when that went into effect, and that's I don't care
I
about
didn't
that.
get anything.
I didn't notice that much of a change.
Mm.
I didn't notice change at all.
I
I remember the number that went into my account every Friday.
Mm.
Her national security viewpoint is I work to keep our country safe as an officer in the CIA's clandestine service, and I will continue to work in support of our national security as a member of Congress. Our elected leaders should understand and acknowledge the interconnected nature of our national security, our foreign policy, and our economic prosperity. So she's not a dumbass when it comes to like foreign affairs.
Yeah.
It's good shit.
Well, I imagine you have to be when you're an intelligence agency.
Yeah, and she believes in the
Intelligence
whole
is your
civil
thing.
RIghts and equality thing, like every Democrat does.
Yeah. I think most people who serve in some form of like intelligence agency or military, they start to what's it called? Get away from racist things and things like
don't.
that.
You would be mistaken.
Seriously?
No.
Yeah.
You'd be so.
Racism
think-
will work its way into anywhere.
I think
Don't
in
let
my
it
mind, because of
fool
the
you.
nature of the business, you would look past that.
No, because then they just become brothers in arms, and they see them as brothers. They don't. But like, if you're still some random black dude, you're still a nigger.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just.
I was too optimistic about that.
We're brothers, but that brother over there.
Yep.
He's a brother.
I guess she cares about the environment. I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, it's kind of important.
Nah, not really.
Yeah.
Coal never
I
hurt
mean,
anybody.
it
Cody.
is, but it's just like.
Hold up. Have you seen Jim Jeffries' new comedy special on Netflix?
I mean, do you want me to read it? I'll read it if you want me
No,
to.
no, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the environment is.
I mean,
very
it's
fucking-
important, but like, I don't want to read it because it's like,
Uh,
Our viewers probably aren't.
yeah, that's like it's not
'Cause they're
interesting
fucking
stuff.
stupid.
We
We love you guys.
Plant a tree.
This is important. It's about the internet.
Neutrality.
Yeah, leave it alone.
Access to broadband internet provides economic and educational opportunities, and I support efforts to bring broadband access to everyone here in the 7th and in undeserved communities across the country. The 7th is the 7th District. I also support net neutrality. Legislation protecting net neutrality is vital, ensuring that the internet remains a conduit for free speech and a free market, and that it's available to those who rely on the internet to create opportunities or grow their business, whether they're working from home in Louisiana or managing a farm in Culpeper. It is an essential service
Dante Culpepper?
No.
Oh.
I don't. Those are cities in Virginia. I don't know where the cities are
Dante Culpepper?
because it's not Louisiana. I just read that wrong. It's
Mike.
Louisa. Whatever.
Dante Culpepper.
I don't know him.
Fuck is
He's a
that?
football player, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
This last sentence. It is an essential service to small businesses, educators, and everyday citizens alike, and it must become and remain equally accessible to all users.
I
Nice.
just want to understand
Yes.
why the net neutrality thing ever happened anyway.
It purely because of greed, if I remember correctly.
Don't understand.
Money.
Leave it the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Well,
What the fuck?
if you put a price on it
Yeah.
and throttle people's connection, you can make more money by making them pay for premiums.
Ridiculous.
But Cody, who's gonna milk that cash cow, man? Someone has to.
It's a monopoly of internet where the
enough money.
ISPs have all the power. So you have a commodity that literally everybody needs, and you can limit that access unless they agree to your demands.
I just think that's ridiculous.
It's
And the fact
capitalism
that-
versus
and the fact that people are
humanitarianism.
still voting for it.
That's the thing.
People
People didn't vote for it.
pro-capitalism.
I think this even across parties, it was just people did not like it. This is one of the things that Republicans have right. They didn't like the fact that the chairman of the FCC made the decision to
Oh
end it.
yeah, I remember.
It was
that.
Ajit Pai. He wasn't elected. He was assigned to that position, and then he made that decision.
Wow.
Once again, it's one of the places where Republicans they have some good ideas there. Why is a person who wasn't chosen by the people making these choices for the people? It's kind of, yeah.
It's fair.
The last two things are fighting for veterans is one of them. And it's unemployment, homelessness, and suicide rates among our nation's veterans are unacceptably high, and I will work to ensure that we as a country make the process.
What are we talking about here?
Fighting for veterans.
Like,
Veterans.
Like, what is she doing? That's like.
Oh, I'm just saying, like, this is someone, like, because she's like,
Has she made like progress? Is that why she's getting news, or is she just another quote
she's-
unquote prospect?
I mean, I was just looking through like political stuff and about candidates and things like that, and she just came up as someone who, to me, is like.
We are going on election year, which is why
Yeah.
probably
Yeah,
more
it's why it's coming up.
prospects are coming
But
up.
she's to me seems like someone who's a Democrat, but who's a smart Democrat, who's not like an emotional Democrat. You know what I mean?
West Virginia.
So I'm just saying, I'm just like giving her like ups for like being someone who uses logic.
We're promoting good behavior.
Yeah, essentially.
It's a damn shame she won't win.
Nope. Yep. Yep.
I want my coal line back.
I mean,
God damn it, my daddy had black lung. His daddy had black lung.
But I mean, like these are all things that we talk about, and I feel like, granted, we vary on each subject, and we all have our different opinions in this room. But like, she seems like someone who like would be able to sit down and have those kind of intellectual conversations that we need to happen, rather than being like, no, my opinion's right and that's it. You know what I mean? Like she can understand like that there's two sides to everything. It's not just one way or the other. At least on the things that we talk about, like guns and education and the economy and things like that. But like when it comes to like whatever, like environment, I
We
don't
should
look
try to
into
get her
it,
on the
so-
podcast.
Yeah, right. We're
We'll-
gonna
we'll
fly
get
her
it-
from Virginia. What the
We'll
hell
get
are
an
you talking
Indiegogo going and
about? Shut up.
bring this.
But she's in a rural area, running up against a Tea Party here, who's already in office. That's gonna be a tough uphill battle.
Yeah. Well, you never know. Certain states, the moment a party gets in power.
Yeah, like homegirl in New York who just I don't even remember what the fuck she was running for, but just like was absolutely nobody, working in a bar like 2 months prior.
Yeah.
Who was this?
Oh shit! Hold on. You didn't hear about this?
No.
No, I think she was. I don't remember. I know she was Latina because that's what everyone cared about when she won. New York's first Latina, whatever the fuck.
Oh, I probably heard her name, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Like I probably heard it in like passing conversations with someone.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
I've heard that name
28-year-old
before.
Latina.
28. What is she? I don't know like what position she's in.
I think she was junior
Running her
senator.
First campaign ousted 10-term incumbent
Cody Mike.
Representative Joe Crowley in New York's
Mr.
14th
Crowley.
Congressional District.
That's just
on
she's a
Tuesday.
congresswoman. That's dope.
Yeah.
A 28-year-old. That's dope.
Yeah, working in a bar like a few weeks prior to that.
That's crazy.
Hey man, if she can make it, she can make it. Good for her.
I think that just proves
She had
our
like
sentiment.
she had no funding,
Mhm.
like nothing.
That just proves our sentiment that all these old people, we just need to like move them out and
Yeah.
get young, fresh people in there.
Yes, that is like the root of all the problem. You these old motherfuckers, like, be gone.
Obama's a Muslim.
Yeah, those guys.
I mean, you know, that is what it is. But yeah, I was just. Her name's Abigail Spanberger.
What?
Yeah, it's a terrible name. I understand, but it's just,
Spanberger?
yeah, it's,
It's
you know, it is
spam
what it
burger.
is.
Fries and ketchup.
But yeah, you can go check out our website. It's abigailspanberger.com.
All right.
List of her issues, and there's more in-depth stuff about her and things like that.
Quick thing. This is gonna be very stupid. Very stupid.
Yeah.
I know I brought it up as a joke, but who exactly is in the Classical Urban Hall of Fame as of right now? We have
Big
that
panties.
Big Panties, the Judge Dasani, who we kept calling her Dasani,
Oh shit.
the gymnast, who remember, because we agreed that those two women rock that trial.
Oh yeah, Ali Reisman.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, MVP of
Yeah.
the year for that, bro. She gave the most compelling. Like I was like, damn, I feel
Yeah.
you. You know,
I forget what it was, but I think we all agreed right then and there she was in.
I mean, she was just spitting hot fire, and that like she was looking dead at that dude and was just like, "You're
Yeah.
trash," and I was like, "Yes, yes, savage."
All right. You said you had another subject you want to talk about?
Eric Gardner, which has to do with New York, so we were just talking about New York.
New York.
So, Caleb, did you ever hear about Eric Gardner?
Refresh me.
Okay,
West Virginia.
that's fair. He was basically a 43-year-old black male
Selling single cigarettes
Yep.
outside of a corner store in
selling
New York.
loose cigarettes. And
You need a permit
He
for
has
that.
like 3 kids, a wife, like he has a whole family. And these officers were trying to arrest him, and one officer put him in a chokehold and just never let go until he died.
Yeah.
Police brutality.
Yep.
Okay.
But
This was forever ago.
it was
by
in
the way.
2014. But the public courts, the jury never I don't remember what the term for it is, but the officer never got indicted for it. So he just got to go free for committing murder. The Coroner even ruled it as a homicide. I'm pretty sure he got kicked off the force a little bit later that year, or he got suspended or
Yeah.
something.
Suspended pay. Or
Probably
suspended.
paid leave.
Yeah, and
Vacation.
like the city of New York was pissed. I'm like they were pissed.
Yeah, you choked a man to death.
Yep, and there was video of it.
Yeah.
Like there was a video of this officer holding him like by his neck
That's
essentially.
where the term "I can't breathe" came from.
Yeah.
because he kept saying it.
He said it 11 times before he died.
Was his partner like, oh yeah?
Yeah, the police's
sitting
partner
here
was just kind of standing there watching it happen.
Did his partner getting reprimands?
They're doing an investigation. The police department is. But the reason we're bringing this up 4 or 5 years later is because the NYPD finally formally filed departmental charges against the officer from 4 years ago. Now, mind you, like I just said, the city didn't indict him. Like the city didn't press charges against him, nothing. They just let this man walk free. And New York got so pissed about it that Obama and the Justice Department started their own investigation into it, which is still going on. Why it's still going on, I don't know. Probably because Obama's not there anymore, and it's like whatever.
Trump definitely cares about this guy
Yeah,
killing a black
yeah.
They allow blacks in New York's. What happened?
And now this article came out that this officer is now, he might get kicked off the force.
And then transferred to a different force.
So,
Probably.
Not
And-
really lasting reprimands. Just
and-
kind of like a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
Don't kill any more black guys.
Mm-hmm. It said he was charged with violating department regulations.
Yeah, I don't think the department endorses killing any civilians.
Yeah, I think actually this is weird, but if I remember correctly, they actually barred the use of the headlock that he used on him.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, which
But
I know that's the stupidest thing to
But
bring up. But
he got out of it because his attorney apparently could prove that they still taught it to them. So he got let off with that one a little bit. But I just hate that this article is making it sound like this is a win.
yeah,
When it's not at all.
It's just charges.
yeah,
And it's like it's not even charges that do anything. Like he killed an innocent man for selling, literally
Did they ever reach
taking.
a settlement to his family. I forget.
Oh, they got a ton of money. They got a ton of
which I probably
money.
does it go that far in New York?
I
How much do
mean,
they get?
Kinda.
So let's hope they don't blow it.
I mean, I don't know, but like his family now uses a lot of their resources and things like that to like talk out and be social justice warriors, I guess if you want to call them.
Activists.
Activists, yeah,
Better word.
Justice warrior.
yeah. They're activists for police brutality and
SJW.
things like that. But it just blows my mind that it's taken this long for the police department to be like, I guess we should finally do something about this.
Yeah.
I guess it's better than just
We all had our
pretending
fun, guys, but
And even in this article, it says police officers had been attempting to arrest the Staten Island man on suspicion that he was illegally selling loose cigarettes. Do you know how dumb that sentence sounds?
that is.
Like, that sentence sounds dumb as
There's a
hell.
lot
I
of
don't-
shit
I
going
don't
on
have
in
a
New York.
joke.
Selling single cigarettes is probably not a priority.
Like-
One would imagine.
I could probably go to New York and find a kidney within 12 hours.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
It's just like, and it blows my mind because the police force says that they're always like understaffed or whatever.
Dog.
You all right?
We're good. Police force is understaffed.
This man over here falling asleep and shit.
I am definitely following along with you guys.
You're just trying to piss Cody off all different times away today.
I didn't
All
get
right.
a bottle of water. I usually have something to sip on. I'm not gonna drink your. Oh, your laptop is right there. I was about to slap the shit.
Just waterfall it, dude.
I'll get you water.
Oh,
You
Jesus
take the
Christ.
helm on this conversation, Caleb. Give us your opinions and thoughts.
Do you even know what we were talking about?
Yeah, I know what we're talking about.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about how the officer is going to be transferred to another department and they're short-staffed. Are you paying attention, guys? I'm pretty good about not pissing off girls because I usually pay attention to the first and last thing that they say before they realize I wasn't listening to them for the majority of the conversation.
Yeah, that doesn't work here, Caleb, because this is all recorded. Those conversations aren't recorded.
Actually paying attention to...
Damn.
And I look at the screen as we break the fourth wall. All right. Anyway, we can get back
You're
to
so dumb.
what you're talking about. And
You're just gonna shit on what we're trying to do. Who's paying attention? Who cares, right?
No, it
Who
was
cares?
like a Deadpool moment.
I guess
dude.
I'll just go home.
Did I hurt your boy pussy?
Oh, Jesus
My man
Christ.
pussy. We're trying, Caleb. All right.
It's been a long day, man. It's been a long day.
Yeah, dealing with
You did that
racists.
to yourself.
It wasn't my fault.
You did that
It
to
was.
yourself.
It wasn't
You
my
let her
fault.
stay there.
Dude, she got a fucking appetizer at this like fucking restaurant we went to, and like the waitress was like, "Okay, are you both together?" I'm like, "No, we're separate." And then she's like, "Okay, well, I went ahead and put that appetizer on both of your tickets." I'm like, "Bitch, she's the one that ordered the appetizer. I ain't fucking her. I ain't her man." It was, I didn't say that though. I just fucking took the extra $6 on my $12 tab. My tab would have been like fucking $12. I was like, they're $50, whatever. This is a pretty fair tip too, but nah. She was like, I'm gonna assume things, and you know what happens when you assume things? Make an ass out of you and me. So I had to pay an extra amount of money for this appetizer that I wasn't gonna order. I wasn't even that hungry. We didn't even eat all the appetizer, but you know, we have to have nachos before our meal. I didn't have to have shit.
Let me ask you something.
Wow. You seem really butthurt about this.
It's been a long day, man.
Again, you did it to yourself.
You
I
did.
didn't do jack diddly.
You let her live in your house.
She didn't live in my house. Yeah, that's a fucking.
I mean, whatever. She stayed in your house.
Yeah, you let her stay there.
I wasn't gonna like be like.
And she
"Hey,
didn't leave till like 2 hours ago.
Oh, I'm gonna be like, oh, it'll drive back to Illinois. Fuck you, man. After being at the bars,
Yeah.
Yeah.
how is she gonna get back home? She's drunk.
That's not your problem. She grown.
That's a horrible thing to do.
She a grown woman. She made her own decisions.
I guess.
She should have found a place to stay before she came down there.
Well, my place was the place to stay before she came down.
Why would you agree to that?
Oh.
Because she wanted to come visit.
Oh my
What
god.
are we talking about?
Well, never mind.
We were talking about my pal. It's been a long day.
Well, in other news.
That's why I'm tired.
Anyway, Caleb, we're talking about this.
I was gonna move on.
Oh, I mean, we can move on because Caleb did kind of destroy that momentum, didn't he? Yeah.
I think at this point, talking about the police brutality thing is kind of like
Beating a dead horse.
This is America.
a very dead.
Guns in my area. I am
So
a strap.
speaking of rap music,
Oh,
I
don't
gotta
do
carry
not
him.
talk about Tekashi 6ix9ine right now.
no, I'm not. I'm talking about
Okay,
Offset.
That's
Offset!
Okay, that's a little more doable.
Cardi turns him on. Anyway,
What?
I think that quote needs some context.
Wait, can we just listen? Like the fact that they named their baby Culture with the K.
yeah.
Like,
with a K.
yeah,
Culture.
it's low key fire but dumb at the same time.
No, it's just dumb. Like
No, that's-
culture with a K.
What's dumb about that?
That's cool.
It's just misspelled. Oh, you're.
How
First
can
of
you
all,
misspell a proper noun?
what?
How can you misspell a proper noun?
You're right. Our society has no way to properly spell culture. We have not agreed upon that, Caleb.
No,
name.
it's a proper noun. A proper noun is a name. You brilliant person.
Oh my God.
Can't
fine,
misspell a name. That's how that works.
then. You can misspell my name. You all have. Anyway.
Thank you.
Caleb, we finally have someone smart on this podcast. This is great.
It's like when fucking some people spell Jeffrey Geoff, whatever Rey. It's like Geoffrey.
Joffrey, yeah.
Doesn't make a lot of fucking sense,
What is their name?
but it's their name.
All right, I'll give you this one.
Celtics. Anyway, Offset
When
of
you make-
Is it just because I'm me? Is that
Yeah.
what this is?
Sometimes, yeah.
You are literally.
Hey, Offset of the Migos, who Cardi likes to turn on, was arrested over the weekend, or over the course of the week, and was released on bond after posting $17,000 bail, $17,000.
That was pocket change.
Yeah.
That's
He
a
was
hefty
current-
percentage of what
he
I'm
was-
making a year.
He was driving a 2014 Porsche 911 Carrera. It's a very nice car.
How nice is it?
Was pulled over for an improper lane change. Officers smelled marijuana, imagine that. And during the search of the car, discovered 3 pistols. 3. Less than an ounce of weed and more than $107,000 cash.
Is that illegal to have that much money on you?
I guess, Caleb.
It's not illegal,
Okay.
but when you have 3 handguns and $100,000 in cash,
It's not a good look.
Is that like a
Yeah.
drug deal that you thought was
you
going on?
look sus as fuck.
I would
Yeah,
totally
yeah,
have
yeah.
just paid off that
So,
cop if I had all
I
that
have,
money.
I have a quick question. It was just him in the car or were the others?
It was him and his bodyguard. Offset, real name. You didn't know this one. I'm about to drop this
You
bomb
you
on
told me before. I
Real
don't
name
remember
is
it,
Set
though.
Off.
Kiari Kendrell Cephas.
Yeah. I knew his. Yeah, one of them has like
That's a really cool
slightly,
name.
like girl name,
But that's
The other, I think it is Takeoff, whose real name is Kershnik,
Yeah.
and Quavo's name is Quavius.
Quavius, yeah.
those are really cool names. Those are really cool.
Yeah. And his bodyguard, Sine Gazan.
But they have some. Oh my
His
god.
bodyguard.
Can that just be all of our?
I don't even know how to pronounce
is
his
really
bodyguard.
cool.
It's spelled Gezahgn.
Let me see. May I?
Spell that again.
Gezahgn.
Nope.
Gazan.
nothing.
I'm gonna go with
Yeah,
Gazan.
Gazan.
I think it's Gazan.
Charged with improper lane change, marijuana possession of a weapon by a convicted felon, and possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime.
What's the
Improper lane change. Yeah, they slapped him
That's
with.
a crime, not an infraction.
That's like catching Hitler for shoplifting. Like,
Oh Jesus.
I feel like they just fucking wanted to.
Yeah,
load
they
up
wanted
a
to fuck
fuck
him.
ton
Yeah.
of things
He's black and
into him.
rich and
Yeah.
poppin'. Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah,
the justice
that's-
system, man.
That's fucked.
That's stupid.
Improper lane change. I feel like that was more so profiling.
But when you're a convicted felon, you get found with a gun. They are not going to be nice to you.
true,
No.
true. I mean, I can't even bash that because I'm a very
Three
strong
guns.
supporter of
Yeah.
idiots shouldn't have guns.
3 guns.
2 people in the car, 3 guns.
Yeah, 3 handguns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Found 3.
I'm a strong supporter of idiots shouldn't have guns, so I can't bash them for that. But I feel like there was definitely some profiling going on there. He's like, oh shit,
No.
Well, I
that
feel
was a
like-
rapper's car.
I feel like at some point when you're like from where they're from and you get that famous, I mean, you gonna need them eventually. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause
Security.
It's not like the
detail.
cops are
I
going to
mean,
protect
but
them.
I mean, his security guard was there, so like when your security guard's with you, assume that security guard's going to have a gun,
Yeah.
and
You would want them to.
exactly. So
Who's
it's
the-
just I think it's one of those things where he just got caught. Like, granted, there's 3 guns, so like there's one of them is his.
They're all my
I'm-
bodyguards.
I mean, yeah, you know what I mean. But like at the same time, he has guns around him all the time.
Yeah.
It's just a way that it is. It's just he just got screwed
Lil Yachty
over.
keeps a gun on him all the time. Bet you didn't know that.
No.
Doesn't
he
surprise
keeps,
me.
he keeps
that-
it for protection. He never shows it in his videos. He never shows it on Instagram because he says that's stupid. He's like, I don't have this to have fun. I have this in case somebody's really trying to take my life.
That's a person that needs to have
Yeah.
a gun. That's a smart person with a gun.
That's what I'm
Lil
saying.
Yachty.
That's what I'm saying. The Migos, they're not they're not just like dumb people who have guns. Like most of these rappers who
They
are
have
from
business. They're businessmen.
That's the life they came up with. Like,
exactly. That's not them. That's not them. Just like they were in that life where they could literally die any day.
Yeah, it's not like the police are going to protect them either.
Yeah, that's why he has the
Yeah.
guns.
So that's
Ever heard the phrase "rather get caught with it than without it"?
that's smart.
Rather serve like a couple years in jail than
Dead.
eternity in the ground. Yeah.
This is true.
Is there any requirements for being a bodyguard? Like, do you have to like not?
You gotta look big and
be
scary.
Convict, or I mean, maybe if they're like,
I mean, depends on who you're a bodyguard for.
it would be really cool if like bodyguards
Go
were just
on.
like fucking mercenaries, where you have to like actually meet certain
Bro,
requirements.
some of them have been mercenaries
like,
before.
you're just like-
Like,
Yeah, if you pay me enough, I'll fucking.
Cash for violence
I
is
have a
an interesting
license to
thing.
kill anybody that. And
A lot of rappers,
Threatens my
bodyguards.
people.
Sometimes they're like.
I feel like it's just their big
it's-
homie from home.
or it's
Yeah.
their it's their
Sometimes-
shooters from home sometimes. where
Yeah,
it's,
sometimes it's like they're big homies, or sometimes it's like
It'd be
there's
cool
like
if it was-
security companies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Assign
talking
these
about. It'd be
people.
cool if there's like a security place where you can just like
Oh, yeah, they are.
hire.
Yeah, that's
They're,
how it works.
they're called security consultants.
That's so fucking cool. I didn't know that was the actual thing.
yeah. Most of them are. Some of them are retired military. Some of them are
Yeah.
like old CIA operatives. It just depends on what they do.
Actually, Joe Rogan actually had a guest on his podcast several times. Their name is Mike Baker, ex-CIA operative. Now
Mike Baker, the man taker. Fuck yes, that's
What?
badass.
What?
Yeah, he takes people out. He's Mike
Oh,
Baker, the man
okay,
taker.
okay.
Jesus Christ.
No, he's gay.
Yeah.
Or
That's
Mike
what he
Baker,
said.
the life. Mike Baker, the life taker would have been better, but you know these things is one of those names.
Yeah, but
develop over time.
I mean,
by the way, still good
I wonder
run.
if his last name's fake too.
Mike Baker.
I
Yeah.
have to ask him.
I wouldn't be surprised, like if you're in that line of business, you wouldn't want your actual name being out there because I don't know. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, if I wasn't in a business that is absolutely not
I was
physical.
referencing that my family's last name is not their real last name.
What? What? What's your last name? Who are you?
How many
How does
fake
this motherfucker go from sleeping like?
power
got
naps,
water.
bro? Power
So it's
naps.
like-
I thought we've had this conversation.
No.
Hold up.
Oh.
How many people have the like? I know my family's name is fake. Yours is fake.
What?
Is yours? Would you consider yours fake? Kind of.
Mine was probably given to us by a slave owner.
You have your mom's last name.
No, I don't.
Teven's last name.
That's Steven's name.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. So I
Yeah.
wonder what's that sound like.
What?
Brandon Renter.
No, I'm saying like
Oh,
region.
Oh.
Dick
Oh,
face.
okay.
Rancher,
I don't know.
So what's the etymology?
German, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Say it angry enough. You say anything angry enough.
Donut. I don't know. I mean, I'd never. My mom and our family have always wanted to do like one of those ancestry things, just to see like how far back we can track it. With black people, we can't do it very far in America, but it is what it is. But I always wanted to do the African ancestry, where I see like where I'm like what tribe my bloodline is actually from.
23andMe.
Yeah.
No. There's one that's literally for it's like a black owned
Oh shit. That's
DNA.
cool.
Yeah, and they tell you the exact tribe that you're from and where that tribe was.
That is dope.
Yeah, and I've always wanted to do it because that'd be like hella cool just to know like what tribe you're from. But
That's
like,
pretty dope.
it's
yeah.
like $300 to do it though. So I'm like,
You should do 23andMe. It tells you like what region of Africa you would be from.
Yeah, but like there's so many tribes in Africa and they're all in all the different regions. It would just be like,
Yeah.
I know my shit goes somewhere back to like Nigeria, because like my mom's like second generation. Like,
oh
yeah,
I got you.
From the motherland.
fucking I guess.
Yeah, dude. My family's last name's not the real last name.
What's your last name?
Real last name for the family is Dixon, Dixon. But my great
That's a
grandpappy.
pretty cool last name. Why don't you ever go by that?
Some Dixon boys.
Because of Herb. That's why they don't go by that.
Yeah, Herbert Dixon. He
Herb.
was.
Do you
I
fuck
want to
things
say this was. I
Probably
want to say like Alabama or
late 1800s
Georgia or
maybe.
something like that.
The dirty South.
Yeah, definitely from the South. He was a crazy. Just found out not too long ago. Found out with George.
Yeah.
Well, no.
No, you found out with Mariah,
Yeah.
then you told me.
Yeah. So it turns out that he was native as fuck. He had super long, straight black hair. It was darker. Was wanted by the FBI for assault of a police officer, moonshining and murder of a police officer.
Wait, what's moonshining a police officer?
Moonshining and murder of a police
Oh,
officer.
so he just made moonshine.
Yeah.
He made moonshine. He beat cops and he killed cops.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't give a fuck. And then finally one day I was like, nah, I've had enough. Came to Indiana and was like, I'm Baker now. How's it going?
And they never catch him.
No, you can't catch Herb.
No, can't catch her. Yeah, apparently, like, one of the stories that was told to me is that there was a cop that was gonna that walked into like this bar type deal and tried to like talk to Herb and was trying to like because guess he was like
Get
it was
a
like a
hunch.
well-known thing around the town. It's just like, yeah, that's Herb.
Because Herb
Yeah.
didn't give a fuck.
Don't fuck with him. And this one cop was like, you know what, I'm sick of this, and tried to walk in there, and I guess Herb like beat the dog shit out of him and like threw him out of the bar.
God.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And that is an account through my great grandfather, who I knew. That was his story. He said he watched that happen as a kid.
Herb sounds like a
Solid.
badass.
Yeah.
Solid.
Crazy motherfucker.
Herb, man.
My grandfather's last name isn't like technically his real last name either.
Oh, yeah.
it's not as cool as that.
We've actually had Brandon's grandfather on the podcast. Everyone should go listen to that episode. It's very amazing.
Oh, did I also tell you that they were extremely large?
Yeah, that
Like,
makes
the
sense.
Dixons were huge.
What
They were
went wrong?
I don't know, bro.
Like,
Don't know. My
shit.
dad showed me an old picture. Dog. Like,
I mean, look at your dad though.
and his dad and my dad's brother.
So it just skip a generation. Do you think?
I guess it had to.
It was
had
your
to.
mom.
Well-
I think it's my mom.
And
she
Just
was
the minute
your
my
mom.
mom's
Itty bitty.
Oh yeah, his mom's tiny.
She's like 5'1", 5'2".
Yeah. That sucks.
But yeah, I know it's fucking.
Trade in your fucking demigod status for being a
No,
human.
real talk. I'm gonna have to get my dad to send me this picture. I'm gonna put it in the group chat or whatever. But dog, like, I still remember this picture. It's like, old like sepia tone looking ass picture and stuff. Yeah, and they're all standing in front of like presumably like the house they lived in, like old timey looking. They're all standing in a line, looking at the camera, like kind of spooked by it, type deal. But
Just
they're
looking mad-
huge,
mad and hungry.
tall as shit.
Yeah.
Their feet were huge. Like the kid, my dad told me his age, like at the time of the picture, was like something like 7 or 8. Dude looked like a grown ass man. It was scary. Yeah, didn't fuck with those people apparently. Don't fuck with Herb.
And now there's you.
No.
They'd
Hell
be
happened?
so disappointed in you.
I've always
Maybe.
wondered
He's
like,
like little baby.
yeah, I've always wondered like like I've always thought about like what like Dixons are left down there. And he had brothers and sisters and such. I'm curious to know like how they turned out, and I'm almost guaranteed they're all white and racist.
Oh yeah, easy.
Yeah.
So sad.
They're gonna see you ain't from around here, are you, boy?
I'm gonna be like, I am your distant cousin.
And I'm sad about that.
Well, I'm glad I got to see you.
I
so
think
can
I see that
confirm.
we got the teeth gene.
Damn.
Well, they're
Ooh.
crooked. But anyway.
No, I was talking about they would have no teeth.
Yeah.
Ooh. But my grandfather's name just got changed because it was someone
Classic immigrant
World
story.
War One. They signed their name was Richard, but they looked like there was like a S on the end of it, so people just started calling him Richards. And then it was a legal document, so that like became their name because he was signing up for the military or whatever.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
You know how many people have gotten that treatment?
I feel like birth certificate would trump your
Dog.
military document.
Every immigrant ever that came to America.
They weren't from America.
Oh, okay. I forget.
Like,
This is like back in the day.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
why, like, my brother's friend Nick Dallas. I don't remember what his original last name was, but that's what they just chopped his name down to because they were like, "Fuck you, that's too foreign. Get Dallas." There you go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. What was it? Was like a specific place in New York that they all ended up in, right?
Um,
It was like
fucking A.
I don't-
Why did you
Ellis
have to-
Island?
Thank you.
Ellis
that was,
Island?
yeah.
I was like, why would you have to ask me?
Wasn't
that
that the one
freaking
with the
question?
Asians?
No, that was
No.
that was Hawaii.
That was Hiroshima.
no, shut up.
What? No.
Hawaii.
no.
That's where all the Chinese originally went.
Yeah.
No, there was like this intern camps or whatever. That
Oh
the
no, that was
United
during World
States
War
had.
II.
Oh no, no,
You
no.
talking about
that's-
the Japanese concentration camps?
Yeah.
No, we actually had some in the States where we were.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I'm saying.
That's what we're talking
Yeah.
about.
No.
Was that Ellis Island?
No,
No,
Ellis
no.
Island was way.
that was
before
like
that.
in like Arizona and shit. That was out west.
That was not.
That was some
that
kind of
was
island.
Arizona.
There was one in California. There was
Yeah, it was like off of some water area.
if I'm not mistaken, there was a couple of them. But
Yeah, there were a
No,
couple.
no, no.
There were a couple along the west coast.
I
See,
just remember
to my
this-
understanding, people were shipped out
Caleb,
west.
that was like way, way, way after Ellis Island.
Okay.
we're talking about when immigrants
Yeah.
first started coming to America.
I just
Early
remember
1900s.
Immigrants have been shat on multiple
say
times. in
1900s?
America's history.
Yeah,
Yeah,
1900s. The time period we're talking about is like 1911.
yeah.
19.
It wasn't. It wasn't like when
Yeah.
they first started coming over. It was like early. It was after the first generation of Americans
Yeah.
have already settled here, and there we actually have like New York City was an actual city.
Built by the Irish.
Yes,
Bill Irish.
it's those are the people that were
Well,
like
because they couldn't deal with potatoes.
Yeah, dude. Fucking.
Pussies.
those are the kind of people that would be
Related to
coming
that.
into Ellis
I'm
Island.
related to that. Oh,
Yeah.
we're running out of potatoes. Gotta go.
My mom doesn't know what she is either, and I've always wondered what actual European.
Well, the Irish or the Scottish really shows in me, so
Yeah.
Well, hey, you got a red beard.
I know.
Red
It's
beard.
weird. So weird. No,
Yeah.
my dad doesn't have red hair. My mom doesn't have red hair.
Your,
And then
your brother
Dylan-
does.
And then Dylan,
Fucking fire crotch.
fucking flaming red
Holy
hair.
shit! Like that dude, like he looks like an anime character. That kid.
Flaming red hair.
That's crazy.
I know. It just pops up. It's like, what? How did that happen?
That's so weird.
Sign of inbreeding. I'm playing.
It's just his recessive
Okay.
genes took over.
No, that's what it originally was from though.
Manzanar was what I was thinking of.
What are we talking about, Caleb?
Japanese concentration
Japanese,
camp?
yeah,
Yeah.
this was like 1942.
You know what happened
World
in
War II.
1942?
Yeah,
World War II.
yeah. The Pearl
Caleb,
Harbor.
Mike.
The Pearl Harbor thing. That I was like trying to remember.
Talk
why.
into the mic, not on
I'm
the side of
talking
it.
into
You're on the
it.
side of it.
Okay. Is this better?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyhow, the thing that I read up a thing a while back, and it had to do with the whole Pearl Harbor, Manza, whatever.
Yeah, after Pearl Harbor, we fucking started taking a whole bunch of like Japanese Americans, and we're like, "Yep, come with us. We're gonna put you in these cages."
One of them was actually George Takei.
Who's
Oh my.
Yeah, that guy.
Star Trek guy.
Yeah. And also, I think if I remember correctly, he actually recently got in trouble for something that happened in that camp. The same thing Milo Yiannopoulos got in trouble for saying that it might be. I'm not saying I agree with this stance, people, but it might be beneficial for someone who might be gay to get molested so that they can realize that at a young age that they're gay. I don't agree with that. Don't molest people.
wow.
Yeah.
Caleb, Ellis Island was its peak year was in 1907.
Okay, so it was like about 30, 40 years
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
When that was thinking
It
about.
was just when immigrants were coming over, and
Yeah.
then, like they would tell them their last name, they'd be like, "Oh, no."
It's just because there were so many at the time. Like, here's a good movie that
In that
demonstrated
in that year, there was over 1 million immigrants who came through Ellis Island.
Shit.
Yeah.
And
So-
Ellis Island is like just a couple acres. It's
Yeah,
not like
it's
anything
not-
major.
It's nothing good. Basically, a good way to demonstrate what it was like back then. the scene where Vito comes to America in The Godfather Part 2. They just look at him. They find something they can use as his last name. They go for it. All right, Corleone. That's your last name now. Get out of here. We got a million other people.
It's kind of low-key messed up.
Because that was one part of the process. There was getting all your paperwork lined up. There was quarantine if you had some sort of disease. There was a million things that they had to handle.
Facing discrimination from the immigrants that came before you.
Oh yeah, that was the whole
that was
thing.
a step in that too.
Yeah, the Protestants didn't like the Irish, and the Irish therefore didn't like the new guys, and then
They said we don't like these immigrants.
Yeah, bro.
They look just like you and talk just like you. We don't like these immigrants.
They're,
Okay.
Brandon, please. They were Catholic. They were Protestant.
We're getting shit on by all directions. You want to be able to shit on at least one person.
It was the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah.
And that was the blacks.
The blacks.
The blacks.
Yeah, we'll always be the shittiest one in the world. It's fine.
No, I think
Nah,
that
it's just the
Middle
one
Easterns
most-
have it pretty fucking bad right now.
No. I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with Caleb.
I think they have it really fucking bad.
For their treatment in America?
yeah.
Yeah. I would way rather be black than like.
Facts, though.
Holy shit!
Facts.
Imagine being like a woman and Middle Eastern. You're already getting shot in your own country.
Oh, God.
Let alone in our. No. Totally, I'd rather be a black man.
They like the attention
Here's
turned to
no
them.
money.
9/11. That's when the attention turned to them, and black people were like, "Oh, we can kind of skate by for a little bit. We good." Then it wasn't until recently. Then we start getting shot again. That we're like,
Yeah.
no.
I mean, you've always been getting shit.
I mean, we've
Yeah,
always,
we've always
been
been
getting
shot.
It's
Now
just
it's
become a public thing.
Yeah, now we have a bigger platform to
Oh,
say,
this is
stop
a-
shooting us
yeah.
assholes.
This is a good question. Do you think it kicked up around the time all this shit started happening?
Oh, dude. Tupac
Or-
talked about that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you think it's just that we now have
It's
devices
because our-
to
The
record.
reason
No,
it's
no,
more
no.
popular now is because schools started getting shot at, and white people were like, "Oh, they're killing our kids," and we're like, "Yeah, people are being assholes with guns." And then they're like, "Wow,
Nope.
cops."
It's
just
our
because-
culture. It's our culture is mainstream culture now. That's what I think
Yeah.
it is.
Publicity.
You think so?
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I mean, think
Black
about it.
culture's pop culture right now. Hip hop's the number one music in America.
What if Arab culture becomes America's culture next?
that will never happen.
That'd be the greatest.
That'll
Might-
by the time
a
that happened, we
long
all
time
would
down
be
the
dead.
road.
Everyone's
But-
worried about Sharia law.
Mexican
Wait
culture
till
is
that
coming
happens.
into popularity in America.
Mexican
Like
culture
a
is only
lot.
popular because of Cinco de Mayo, which gives white people an excuse to drink for a day that they
fake.
don't even understand.
I don't
holiday.
remember if we
It's a
talked
fake
about.
holiday.
how
No,
there
we
was a
didn't
lot-
actually.
Oh,
Fake.
we didn't do that
No,
topic.
I
A
don't
while
think we
back, I
did.
wanted to talk about how like there were a lot of songs in mainstream media that are getting like Latino or Portuguese for remixes that are being put on. They're like, yeah, let's do work from home.
Portuguese. Sorry.
Yeah. Working.
It's deaf Spanish.
Oh my god!
Tranquilo in Spanish, calm down. Twinquivo in Portuguese. No, I'm not shitting you.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco.
Yeah, that's literally how you would say tranquilo. Equivalent in Portuguese is twinquivo.
It's like a baby.
It's like a deaf person.
it's like you gotta speak with a lisp.
Tranquilo.
Oh yeah.
Tranquilo.
But they're doing that because everyone knows that brown people, not black people, but brown people are going to be taking over
No,
this country in a little bit.
wrong. actually.
Barcelona.
Because Latin music has like huge numbers, has been for a long time. We don't know that, or y'all didn't know that because
Got
you
it.
don't listen to Spanish music. What?
Get a bit closer to the mic. You're a couple inches back.
Bro, what are you, the mic
Shut
police?
up.
Damn,
Oh, all right,
acting like a
fuck.
damn Nazi. Chill.
Well, I am a Nazi.
Spanish music does
You heard it here first.
Spanish music
George
does
is a Nazi.
insane
Yes.
numbers.
Well, I mean, think about how much
So
of the
the
world speaks
Well, exactly,
Spanish.
and Spanish people support their artists way more than American people support their artists. Like, for instance, there's a Spanish trap artist by the name of Bad Bunny. Yes, I know. Laugh. Ha. Anyway,
Is it the one
I
from?
feel like
no,
I've
no.
actually heard of that person.
yeah, because he's on Cardi B.
Oh yeah. De Niro. right?
Chambea. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
that means work.
What? De Niro means money.
Huh?
Chambea means work. I think he's trying to say.
Chambea.
Oh, is that like trabajo, but not trabajo?
It's like a different kind of work.
Okay,
Work it. I'm saying.
I gotcha.
Anyway,
It's like a slang or something like that, maybe.
Chambea is like to work it.
Oh.
You know, work. Tell a girl, work. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's like
Shake your ass is what he's saying.
Mhm.
I mean, it can mean a couple things. Anyway,
I'm just trying, he's black. He thinks of asses.
He-
That's what he does.
I
you know?
do.
So-
okay.
if we were to get on YouTube right now and look up
Don't actually play the.
No. Okay, so Migos, right?
Yeah.
Offside.
Very Mexican name, by the way. Or not Mexican, but a Spanish name.
Yeah. Mexican.
Kind of. So, actually, who would you say is like the most popular trap artist right now or rapper right now?
Put like any word after Lil, and you'll probably get a popular one.
No,
A
a trap
wouldn't
artist?
call him
Did you
trap.
just
Rap.
Oh, I think you said
Oh, I thought-
trap. I was
I
like, are
did,
you
and then I changed it.
crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably Drake.
Drake?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So if you look up Drake on YouTube, right?
What? Lil Itachi is probably more popular than Drake.
Takashi? No.
Tamagotchi.
So Drake's song "Nice for
Hibachi.
What"
Lil
has
Orochimaru.
215 million views after
God's Plan.
after 3 months.
God's Plan's more famous than Nice for What.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just trying to give you.
Yeah.
Kiki, do you love
I don't know. That song's pretty banging right now too. But God's Plan's been out longer, so I assume it's got more views.
Wow. It shows you how much I look up Drake.
a lot?
No,
Oh.
it's not. Yeah. God's Plan has 727 million views after 5 months,
There you go.
right?
Okay.
If you look up Bad Bunny's numbers, it's a little ridiculous.
It's over 9,000.
So he has a song that came out 3 months ago, 891 million. He has a song that came out 1 month ago, the Cardi B one, 293 million. 5 months ago, 573, 228, 193,
So it was about on par with our
350. No, like every video, this 620, like
Wasn't Drake's like
741,
Drake had-
609,
Drake had-
630.
You see that 666 coming up? Drake had one that was 7.
This dude, like 823, and he's not even the most popular dude.
Huh.
But it's just like Spanish artists just do numbers. It's ridiculous.
I feel it.
Well, I think that has a lot to do with their culture too, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They
But I'm saying,
appreciate
like,
their artists.
yeah,
more.
that's in their culture. It's
Yeah.
not in American culture. Like
Yeah,
that.
no, because Spanish,
Like they're
like,
very.
music is part of the culture.
I wonder how many of the Spanish musicians would have their careers ruined in America because of like some kind of sexual assault charge from their past. Like
Probably
if
a
they were
lot.
performers in America and then we were like, "Oh, you looked at this girl inappropriately? Fuck this guy! Don't listen to their music."
But that's a different culture, though. So I would hate.
I know.
If that
I
would
think that's
happen to
probably
them.
why American artists don't make it as big numbers as like Spanish artists.
I forget which two cultures had some backlash to the Me Too movement. I think it was the Brazilian women were mad about it because Brazilian, according to some people I've listened to,
Tread lightly.
yeah, Brazilian women will be upset if you aren't flirty with them.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, I
mean,
thought
it's a
you.
culture, yeah. It's
Yeah.
a culture
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
And I think it was a fighter on Joe Rogan's podcast. It's like if you are in a room with a Brazilian woman alone and you're not trying to fuck her, she'll be mad at you. Like she'll just be like, "Are you gay or something? What the fuck's wrong with you?" Like,
So let's go on a trip to Brazil, boys.
Yeah. And
There's
second
a
of
lot
all,
trans
Oof.
in Brazil.
There's also
Yes.
there's also a lot of
lady dicks.
there's also a lot of violence in Brazil.
Yeah.
I would rather keep
That's
myself
true.
out of.
And they
feel
speak
like-
Portuguese, so I'm cool.
I feel like they'd be like, "Oh, these are like wealthy American travelers or something."
Yeah, you know what
yeah,
that
let's
means?
kidnap them.
Exactly.
Oh.
You fucking goofy. What?
You
I thought
stupid.
they'd be like, "Let's treat them really nice, and then they'll give us money."
No.
no,
They hate us.
they'll take the money. They don't give a
hate
fuck.
us. They just look at us.
I mean,
like,
everyone
an easy
hates
target.
cash.
everyone hates Americans. Let's be real.
No, not that much.
I think Canadians think we're pretty all right.
No,
right up until they build that
probably
wall.
Canadians are probably like,
Well, I don't like
Yeah,
the Canadians
that's our
right now, do
brother.
I?
they're just like
We're
yeah,
looking at you like,
we're
what the
just a
fuck
nice
are they
little
doing?
hat that they wear.
Anyway,
Cozy hat.
the other culture that apparently didn't like the Me Too movement was the French.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're like, we want men to be men. Stop it.
We
Once again, French women who said this.
That's respectable. I can understand that.
I feel like the French culture is very touchy feely though.
Yeah.
I like.
I feel like
I like
every
the
culture other than
wine.
us and Americans are very touchy feely.
I
Yeah.
like French culture's take on alcohol, like how they like drink to savor, not to get drunk, and like they like have all kinds.
You
of,
like that?
How do you
I
like
think
that?
that's so
Right.
cool. Well,
Then
I,
why don't you do that instead of just making people shotgun beers, Caleb? How about that?
I mean,
Because sometimes you need function, sometimes you need form.
I
That's
would
why.
rather do like. It depends on the type of drunk I'm trying to get.
I'd rather keep.
If I'm like drinking,
love
playing
me.
around with my pals, I just want to fucking smash a couple brewskis and shit. If I'm
He's
trying to
so
like,
frat boy white. Sometimes it hurts.
what are you talking about? I prefer craft beers over normal beers, anyways.
You just said brewskis.
Yeah.
No, nobody says that except for frat
Everybody-
boys.
Oh,
Except for bros.
bras.
Bros.
Bras.
Dude.
I mean,
Dude,
yeah.
Jesus.
brew me,
Don't-
dude.
No, but
Bro!
like,
Ice me, bro.
Bro, Sarah just crushed that's what's on my dick, bro. Woo!
What the fuck just happened?
Go get some baby horse. Yeah!
Wilson, boys.
no, but the only culture I think that's not touchy feely is the English culture.
Japan.
Japan, yeah, Japanese. Are
I don't
super
know.
reserved.
I'm just saying, like, I was just making a comparison because
I
it's
think
like,
Yeah,
most
no.
Europeans are pretty touchy people.
but like English people do not like that shit.
I don't know why.
They're very
I
reserved.
think their
Yeah.
culture's closer to ours than
Yeah.
the rest of Europe.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm just saying that's where it stems from is our very English background.
Yeah.
Even though we're supposed
Isn't
to be
our
like the melting
background
pot
like
of the world.
literally fuck English?
Yeah.
Well, no,
That's
well,
how we were-
because of our ties with England, we've kind of become fuck the Brits.
A lot of people forgot
But
that.
the Brits are saying fuck the Yanks.
Yeah, because of the war. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, we were very closely tied for a long time.
You have to understand, they didn't see that as a revolutionary war. They saw that as a civil war. That was
Yeah.
Brit on Brit action.
Yep.
Washington probably spoke with an accent.
Probably.
Washington was a British dude.
Yeah.
He
They
fought.
were
He
all
fought.
British.
He fought for the British in the French and Indian War, which
Mhm.
they call something completely different that I forgot.
Yeah, the Brits and Browns War. I don't know what they
No,
call
it's
it.
not what they call it. You stupid.
Yikes.
Or no, that was part of the 100 Years' War.
Oh,
Or the 7 Years' War. 7 Years' War, sorry. Yeah, because it was them fighting the French again rather than it being a war on American soil. We just call it something different. It's a different perspective on it, but yeah. But yeah, we're very, like, our country has always been very closely tied to English things, which is why I feel like our culture is so just like, I have a bubble. Don't get in my fucking bubble or I will stab you. Whereas, if you go to Mexico or you go to any Central American country or even any European country, they're always like, they like hug you, they kiss the side of your face, and I'm just
I
like,
love it.
don't.
It's so
stop.
cool. Have you
I'm
been to
one
a,
of those
like-
people who don't like
When I
it.
went to the
It's
Dominican
normal for me.
Republic, I went to a restaurant and like they were like performing. They didn't want us to like leave because it was like getting late and they were shutting down. No, they're like, oh, don't even fucking worry, man. We want y'all to enjoy your meal. We want you to like enjoy your time here, and it was just really fucking cool.
Nope, hate
they
it.
didn't even want to
Can't
tip.
stand it.
But like, it's actually offensive to tip in their culture because they already pay them
Yeah.
enough. Like they
You
don't
know what's crazy?
give you pennies like America does.
You know what's crazy is that when I'm at work and someone walks in my store at 8:59, I want to stab them so many times I would probably go to jail and get the death penalty because I just want to go the fuck home and I don't care about what you need.
Yeah, out
At
there,
all.
Out there, they're like, "Oh fuck yeah, let's like see what these people are all about. Let's like give them a great time." I'm like, "Wow."
Like I'm just like, leave, go away.
well,
now.
how big is the community here in America?
It depends.
Big.
Yeah, big. Most countries, I imagine the Dominican as well, they tend to be a bit smaller. You
That's not
know
necessarily
that
true.
You might know that person,
Tighter knit.
or
Huh?
you might.
He's talking about like tighter knit type deal.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. You might know that person who you just wanted to stab, or fucking you might know someone who knows them. So you tend to care a bit more.
He's talking about in like smaller cultures.
Yeah.
Well,
In Greece, that's one of the deals.
they were
Well, I don't
cool.
think it's. I don't like the like. I'm just saying, like in my head, I don't like the word using smaller culture because these are some of the biggest cultures in the
I
world.
think America's just.
It's just
I think.
Yeah,
I think the United States is very
I think we need a purge.
impersonal,
arrogant.
yes,
Mm.
that's true.
impersonal,
I wouldn't-
disconnected.
I wouldn't say that because one thing I do hear about oftentimes when I've heard other immigrants
From-
speak about.
Yeah, Americans
coming
are
to
so
America.
friendly.
Yeah, they're optimistic
Yeah,
and
we're
friendly and
very
hardworking.
easy to talk to and shit like that.
Yeah.
Which we have.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
I
have to understand-
some friends that were in the engineering program back at my college, and they're like, "You Americans are like so friendly. Like back at where I'm from, like if you were on the bus next to someone, you wouldn't talk to them. And like here, depending on the person, they might turn around and be like, "Oh yeah, how are you doing, bud?" And just like strike up conversation like that.
Yeah. Yeah. There is. Yeah.
It's a lot more common out here than out there.
I like to be left the fuck alone. I don't like.
Depends on the people.
But you're not a real American, Cody.
I guess not. I don't give a shit. My people are as OG as American kids. Bisnatch.
This is
Come over
America.
from Bering Strait.
Me and my grandfather the other night were trying to figure out: is there like truly an American dog breed,
What do you mean?
like a breed that literally originated in America?
German Shepherds.
American Pit Bull Terrier.
But but isn't that a branch of a bulldog that was made in England?
Yeah, but Pit Bull's made in America. Ta-da!
I just thought because it
American
was
Bulldog.
I mean, it's still a freaking bulldog.
Yeah.
That's an English dog.
But it's American.
I don't think throwing American in front of it makes it
I
American.
think
It
that
does!
the hybrid is native to America because, like,
But I'm saying like is there like a non-hybrid dog that is literally just native to America?
Chihuahuas.
Yeah, they're called coyotes
Pomeranians.
and wolves.
Okay, that's why I'm just asking, like, if is there a domesticated dog, and we couldn't think of one. That's all I'm saying.
That's
No,
just-
that didn't happen until like now, and hundreds of years ago.
I mean, I'm just asking. a
Native
question.
dogs are wolves and coyotes. That's it. That's how that works.
Huskies.
And now we have pugs. How the fuck did that happen? How do you get wolf, pug?
You ever take someone with a
Pugs
bone
were-
disease and then breed them with another bone disease, and then you keep doing that until it's just the person with a bone disease?
Well, I mean, the French bulldog can't reproduce by themselves.
Yeah, that is nature telling you to go fuck yourself.
Like they always have to be inseminated. They just can't have babies.
Isn't that the case with mules? 'Cause
No.
it's a horse and
No,
a donkey.
well, yeah, that's just
Yeah.
our dumbasses fucking.
Well,
with
no,
nature.
mules can't mate.
They
mate.
don't have the proper chromosomes to mate
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they're two different species.
But
It's
didn't-
enough
didn't-
to breed, but it's
Yeah.
not enough to.
You can
go
make
further.
one mule, but you can't get two mules to make another mule.
Yeah.
No, but isn't that
Right.
wasn't that like a man-made, like a mule is a man-made animal?
Yeah, it's a donkey and a horse.
That's
I'd
what I'm saying. So it's
imagine
not
it's
natural.
yeah.
That's why that does
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying about.
I'd
with the French
imagine
bulldog.
it's-
They
Yeah.
can't mate
Yeah.
because that's nature being like, nah, nope, no more.
No, as in their hips are too wide and their dicks are too small. That's why they
So
can't
it's-
mate.
Wait, really?
That's why they can't mate, Cody.
what?
It's not
No,
genetics.
yeah. It's a dog that should have died out, but
Yeah.
people just liked them so much that they kept
Dogs
going.
can't die out unless like.
I mean, it's a
you stop
species.
breeding
It's a
them.
Yeah.
it's a dog breed that should have never.
Existed.
Yeah.
No dog technically should. Ever.
What?
Why is he getting
Because
like?
they were wolves
Oh.
and coyotes. That's what I'm saying. None of this should have happened.
I like them.
It's
It's just called the domestication of animals.
Humans
Yeah,
playing.
I'm just saying it shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, humans playing God.
Then why do you have a dog?
Well, I love my dog.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Naturally-
Why does it matter?
nat-
Because
Naturally
it shouldn't
speaking-
doesn't mean I don't like it.
Oh
Yeah,
my
he's saying
God.
naturally speaking, dogs
Yeah.
shouldn't have occurred.
Yeah.
But it's cool
Naturally
that we have
speaking,
them.
as well, pandas should be fucking dead.
Yeah.
But
We just-
not Americans. Humans are just like, but they're so cute.
Let's just draw out their inevitable death as long
Fucking
as possible.
I think
Pathetic.
they'd make a great coat. They look so soft.
What the fuck?
You
The
know what? I
designs-
bet you their hair is really bristly.
I bet
Yeah.
he's with all that crud.
So
cracked
I
up to me,
think
it's only
you
cool
could
'cause they're in danger.
definitely use the head as a hood.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. You could
just
be
wear
still
it there.
cute.
I would kill a panda. You know why?
Why?
They're
Don't
shit
need-
animals.
They don't need to. They shouldn't have survived this long.
Why?
They can't fucking climb. They're clumsy. They're loud. They eat bamboo. You know what the equivalent of eating bamboo is?
Eating.
Is if all of us here strictly only ate celery. That's it. That is the nutritional equivalent. They're bears. By science, they're bears. And they eat bamboo. They can't climb. They can't swim. They're clumsy. They're loud. And they refuse to mate.
And
They're stupid.
they have
they
no
shouldn't exist.
they have no natural camouflage.
It's kind
Yeah, they stay in green woods. They're black and white.
of.
Very vibrant white, I might add.
Aren't they super like aggressive though? To like,
No.
They're
No.
stupid.
that
It's
doesn't
probably
mean
'cause
that
all
doesn't
the
mean they
ones that
can't
are
be
alive-
Just
aggressive.
roll around.
I think ducks
Probably
are more
because all the
aggressive.
ones that are alive now have been like hyper domesticated, so they have not had to survive on their own ever. So they
No,
don't have
this
to
is
have
how
any
they are.
skills. I
Pandas in nature
I
can't climb.
don't think there are any in nature. All of them are like.
I didn't think there were any in nature at
shelters.
all.
That's
There's
why I
some
think
in
might be.
reserve
I don't know.
reservations, but
But
even
that still doesn't even count.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no predators. There's nothing for them to hunt. Like I feel like they've devolved to this point of being basically fucking fuzzy potatoes because
I
they haven't
want-
had to fucking survive.
I think I'll look into it later, but I'm
Yeah.
almost positive this is how they are. They just the crazy part to me is that they refuse to mate. You know, they've been endangered for so long because they refuse to mate. Like we've had enough in captivity and reservations and stuff like that. So like, you know, hey, we'll not. No, they've been endangered so long because they're like, nah, I'm not gonna fuck you. I'm gonna roll around and eat me some bamboo.
Imagine if humans were
They
almost
eat all
endangered.
day long. You know why?
Why?
Because the bamboo holds no nutritional value. They have to eat a shit ton of it.
But you can't get mad at them for that.
I can.
I can.
No, because it's our fault that they're like that.
No, it's not. That's what they ate in the wild.
Who's keeping them alive?
Well, us.
Well, that's
yeah.
what we're making. We're making the case
But
that they should die.
On the other hand,
Always take away
That's
the
what I'm
We
saying, you can't
also
be mad
played a
at them.
factor in them being endangered because of deforestation. So it's kind of like this.
This is the burden we must carry.
I'm just saying it's solely our fault that they're still around.
Now, red pandas. I'm all for it.
Those things are cute. Bro.
Those are adorable.
Have you never seen a red panda
I
before?
have.
And they're
so
quick.
cute, bro.
They're actually quick.
And they respond to things like really
They're like
funny.
they're really
Agile.
they're just like a super fat squirrel.
yeah.
There's like
so
red
great.
Pikachu.
Yeah. yeah.
It's like a Raichu.
Yeah.
Don't they also have opposable thumbs so they can take shit?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
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 They're like better raccoons.
Pandas are useless, and I hate to say this,
I want a panda coat.
but sloths are as well. I love sloths, but god damn it, nature, what the fuck? They devolved because prehistoric times they were the size of trees.
Yeah, they were huge.
They ate the stuff on top of the trees. You know, as the climate change happened, climate can't sustain such large animals anymore. They now have to still eat the stuff at the top of the tree. So what they do, they got small, and now they stay in the tree. They leave the tree once a week
To
to
shit.
poop in the exact same spot every single time. So if a predator wanted to find a sloth, all he'd have to do is find some poop and look up.
Why doesn't the sloth just dangle with Herman's arms and shit? Just like
Because it's stupid. Because they have to, I shit you not, they squat. They got to do the squatty potty. Like, they hug the tree and they squat down and they look around while they're squatting and they're just like.
This tells me you've been looking up videos of sloth shitting.
I mean, I watch sloth videos. I love sloths, but at the end of the day, they should not have survived this long.
No, they shouldn't have.
The only reason, the one thing they have going for them, and it's fucked, it's kind of fried. This is even funnier. They move so little that it actually benefits them to the point to where moss forms on them, and that becomes camouflage. It wasn't intended. They're just so fucking lazy. They move. Think about that. Think about how little you have to move for fucking moss to form on you.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
They don't move at all. They just hang out there at the tree and they just fucking eat with their weird nail hands.
how the fuck did we get here?
So I just looked up how often do sloths leave their tree. Not just fact check you, just to find an article about it.
Once a week, right?
Yeah, it says that three-toed sloths have a symbiotic. This makes it sound really cool. Have a symbiotic relationship with moths and algae. Three-toed sloths descend from their trees once a week to defecate, providing a breeding ground for moths that live in the animal's fur and nourishing gardens of algae that supplement the sloth's diet.
It's not even moss. It's algae. The shit that forms in ponds.
Yeah. It's algae. That's what I meant to say. Yeah.
Yep.
They also have moths living in them.
Mhm.
They're
Worthless.
They're dirty.
You know what?
They're an ecosystem,
Yeah,
and
I
not in a
was
good
gonna say
way.
They're a living eco. That's kind of cool in a way.
Yeah.
They're gods. Oh no.
What's that noise?
I don't know.
Anyway, yeah.
It sounds like a vacuum cleaner.
But yeah, sloths are pretty used.
I think it's something you're stepping on.
No, I think it's your bracelet on the table,
Oh.
George. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
Anyway.
what else are useless?
Gib-
Koalas.
Koalas are horrible.
Fucking mouth.
No, I was gonna say something. Gibbons are my favorite animal. What are yours?
I love gibbons.
What? A gibbon?
I'm still a really big
Gibbon
fan
monkey.
of whales.
Whales, really?
Yeah. Because I just like how
They're prehistoric looking.
yeah, that, and they're like these massive things, but are also super graceful at the same time when you watch them.
Mm.
But they can also be super violent, which is cool too.
Gibbons. Scientists' least favorite animal. You know
Why?
why? Because
'Cause
they
if-
made their own category. They made their own genus for them. You have your great apes, which are chimps and gorillas and orangutans and humans. Then you have lesser apes, only gibbons. That's it. Only species that makes up the lesser ape genus. That's how much scientists dislikes them. Fuck you,
We
scientists.
spent so long looking up gibbon videos for like a month straight
I love gibbons.
because they're just like
Hilarious. You know they're scared of mice?
Yeah, it literally only contains
Yeah.
gibbons.
Yeah.
It has 16 species of gibbon, but it's all gibbon,
Yeah, that's it.
and they're all native
Did
to
you
Asia.
look at? Yeah, they're so cute.
Some dangly boys.
Yeah.
Love 'em.
Caleb and audience. Do yourself a favor. Look up gibbon versus dog.
Oh, he's so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone at work refers to my arms as gibbon arms.
Yeah.
When they can't reach something, they're like, "Hey, Cody, gibbon arms, get over here." I'm like, "Yep, that's me." And I got gibbon hands.
Yeah.
Would you want to be a gibbon if you weren't a
Fuck
human?
yeah!
I'm just asking. I'm just making
Hell
sure.
yeah!
I'm just trying to gauge where your head's at.
Sit there and whoop all day? I already do that. Whoop, 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 whoop.
It'd probably be the coolest being an ape in general.
They shoot.
as
I
an
watched
animal.
a video where they shooed away a mouse or I think it was like a spider or something. They shoot it away. He was sitting up on a little wooden post out of the ground, and he goes, "Oh," and he's making this face, and he gets down and he starts swinging his little hands, shooing it away. He's shooing it. He was like, "Get out of here."
Dude, I swear I saw a video of a gibbon versus an orangutan. Holy shit, that was the scariest thing
They're
ever.
like, oh god.
It's just like how you describe them. Big fat titties just sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it
Sucking
got some
gibbon
long ass titties.
No.
Why
And
is
then
The
that-
orangutan's just sitting there, titties all out,
Yeah.
not giving a fuck. Not giving a
And then,
fuck.
bro, you see this fucking gibbon just zip down, boop him on the head, run away. The thing like looks around like a classic fat cartoon character, just goes roar, roar, and then just starts chasing him.
Oh.
Is that a dude killing a gibbon?
That
in a
gibbon is
picture?
dead.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
I don't know.
It's an indigenous tribe. They probably use them for food.
Or because that's their monkey god, and they have to
That
free
boy
him
is
from his
cut
mortal
open.
coil.
That boy's all the way cut open.
Yeah, don't show me that. I like gibbons. They're in danger.
Here's one of being Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. they walk. They're always like sneaking when they walk. They always have their little hands. So dumb.
They're cartoon characters.
I know, it's
They're-
great.
Didn't we have an episode where
They're the original Swiggity
where,
Swooty.
where we're talking about how
Swiggity
Cody is
Swooty.
going to open a gibbon reservation?
Yeah.
Like-
Oh no, it was an orangutan reservation, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and then I found out that gibbons are
Way
endangered.
cooler.
Yeah, and way cooler.
Yeah.
So my way of being around them all the time would be to have my own reservation, and I get to save them at the same time. It's beautiful.
Do you guys ever think about how crazy it is that like there's a list in the world of endangered species that we actually have to like try to keep alive, even though nature's telling us to kill them?
Well, not necessarily.
I mean,
It's more so
I mean,
nature is trying to
it's-
kill them.
Yeah.
Well,
but
we,
and it's us
we
too.
have
but
caused like considerable change.
Do we consider ourselves not a part of nature?
We're
Yes,
already the
we
world
do.
police. We may as well
We
tell
do.
Mother Nature what's
we
up.
we assume that we're not a part of nature now.
I would say, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we get, yeah.
I don't know. If your coat if you're
We've
black and
modernized,
white,
like, you know what I'm saying? It's like giving home the lightsaber. It's adorable. We've modernized, man. I don't think we're nature anymore. I
No.
think
something different.
yeah.
We essentially, like, in the realm of nature, we act as demigods. Because I mean, we're essentially nature. There's nothing in nature that can really kill us, other than like
Disease.
yeah.
No, it's
And even
unfortunate.
then, that takes a lot for it to happen for that to go completely the way of wiping out humanity.
Yeah, no one's worried about an army of buffalo just
I mean,
showing up at the first stop.
if an asteroid
How?
That happened.
Yeah,
that'd be
but like,
scary as
but that's
shit.
something that's like an astronomical thing that isn't really
Yeah.
like
Yeah, and
Oh.
even then we're getting to the point where it'll just be like, oh, fucking
go to
meteor?
Mars. Like,
Shoot a
Do you know that
laser.
elephants, so orphaned elephants, will band together? Like, you know, all the elephants whose parents got killed for their tusks?
Mhm.
They'll band together and find the villages of the people that killed their parents and fuck their shit up.
stop. lying to
awesome.
me.
Swear to God.
No,
I'm about
I've
to
heard
look
of this
this up.
actually.
Yeah, they make like a whole like gang type
An
shit.
elephant
Yeah.
never forgets.
No, and they seriously will track these people down who killed their parents and fucking destroy their village and shit.
Nice.
Holy shit, that's metal.
As
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 they're
hell.
stopping out some fucking poacher. 12! 12! 12!
Yeah, that shit's crazy. Did you look it up?
Yeah.
Fact checking me.
I mean, because I'm just like, there's no way.
Yeah, it's a thing.
You keep talking because it's gonna take me much fun. But, you know.
It's pretty. Yeah, nature's crazy, man.
Do we have anything else, guys?
What else?
I mean, Trump is sucking Putin's dick in secret, but
Oh God.
do we
Because
care?
he didn't reprimand him. I get why it's shitty that he basically what's that word? When you talk back to someone in front of like their subordinates. What's that word?
Talk back to someone from this. Undermine.
Yeah, he basically undermined the United States intelligence operatives by not, backing them up when they're like, hey, we found these Russian agents and we confirmed they did interfere with the election.
Yeah.
And he didn't even, say, hey, he didn't even mention what you guys did was fucked up. So he didn't show support to American intelligence agencies. That's
Which
fucked.
makes it mad sus because it's like, why wouldn't you say anything unless you were included in it?
He
But at the
seems to
same
have gone somewhere
time,
with this.
at the same time, we're not focusing on the main benefit of that meeting, which was to build and potentially foster relations with Russia. Everybody's like, "Oh, you didn't call him a liar or a cheater. Well, fuck you, Trump." Well, I mean, sure, Trump calls Putin a liar and a cheat. Putin's like, "Yeah, we did all that. What about it?"
My thing about it,
That
I'm
wouldn't
kind
have
of
accomplished
indifferent
as
about the
much.
whole Russian thing because it's like
Except that he admitted that he did direct his staff to help Trump get elected.
And what is America going to do about it?
Did he
George?
admit that?
He literally admitted it.
But
at the press conference.
But here's the thing: what are we going to do about it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sanctions.
Literally, he could. We're putting a bunch of sanctions on them.
Do you think
But
Putin gives a fuck about the?
Yeah, he
No.
really does because he's bankrupting his country.
Oh my God.
They're gonna end up like fucking North Korea. So he cares. That's one of the reasons he wanted to get Donald Trump elected, to lift the sanctions.
He doesn't.
the thing is, we're still putting fuck ton of sanctions on them.
Thank goodness.
But
You act
thing
like
is,
a sanction's gonna. He's gonna care about that. He's not going to in the long
I think
run.
he will.
what we want to do is like bring them in, keep them within the arm's length, so that way we can keep better tabs on them because they're the other nuclear superpower, which might be a little bit relevant.
I'm not too worried about other people with nukes, to be honest, because I think mutually assured destruction is still very much on the table.
I mean, still, that's destruction nonetheless.
True.
So I think that people are missing the boat when they're like, "Oh, Trump's sucking Putin's dick. He didn't call him a jerk. Fuck that guy." I'm like, well, what would calling him a jerk have actually done? Really?
it's true.
He doesn't give a shit.
I think I'm indifferent about it because I don't want to make an enemy of Russia because that's just problems that you don't want. But you also don't want to be friends because it's shady.
I've heard a lot of people make the argument that we're pissing off our friends that we've been allies with for years. But at the same time, how exactly are these allies really helping us? Like, I heard that, I know that Russia did the really fucked up shit with both Syria and Britain. Like, they did, like, some kind of chemical warfare or something.
Chemical attacks.
Yeah.
And what else? No, so Syria attacked its own people, and then Russia attacked somebody with chemicals, a former KGB agent, while they were in Britain.
That's
And,
what it was.
Yeah, so the relationship between Russia and Syria is that the Assad regime in Syria, the one responsible for the chemical attacks, is backed by Russia.
Okay, yeah. So we're pissing off the Britons by wanting positive relations with the Russians. But at the same time, I'm just going to look at this in just the grand scheme of things.
just
I feel like
shady
the
because they're
Russians
shady
are
as fuck.
more beneficial ally than the Britons have
It's-
historically been.
No.
No.
Historically,
maybe.
they've been poor as shit and have had brought nothing to the table.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
I mean, there's a thing called World War II.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they
like,
brought-
Yeah,
like-
that's only they beat the Germans because they had an obnoxious
Yeah.
amount of people.
There's
That's why
about
I'm saying
11
like that's
time
why
zones
that's
of
why they've
Joseph
been
Stalin.
a more useful ally than.
What?
There were about 11 time zones of Joseph Stalin.
That's insane. Yeah, because so like there's I'm not like historically Russia hasn't brought shit to the table except
Yeah.
for a lot of people
Which that's
and a lot
very,
of debt.
I mean, people's a very resourceful
Yeah.
thing, and America's already in debt from China, so it's kind of like
And all I have to say is we do not want to ally ourselves with an authoritarian regime that Putin heads.
you know that's the only reason that America gives a fuck about Putin.
Rah,
Yeah.
communism.
That's the only reason.
Nah, it's more like
Because
he's
we like to
killing
stick our
journalists.
nose. No. It's because we like to stick our nose in other people's business when we have no business doing it in the first place.
Have you
I-
considered
That's the
accepting, what is it, democracy, our Lord and Savior,
Yeah,
instead of
yeah.
them being like, have you considered communism, our Lord and Savior?
I wouldn't say like yes or no to that. I would just say that being allies with that country is kind of sus.
I'm not saying we have to be allies.
Yeah,
I'm just
be
saying
allies,
like
we just need to-
I'm just saying the only reason the American government cares about what Russia does is because they don't like their beliefs and the way they run their country.
Because they're kind of violent.
Yeah, but
That's why we need
that's
to keep
that's
them on
them.
tabs.
Like you can watch them, but you don't have to be affiliated with them. Because we are constantly sticking our nose in things that they are doing because we think that we're the protector of the world when nobody really wants us to protect them all the time.
We have a lot of nukes.
I understand that. That's
That's
why
why
you.
we
That's
wanna
why
keep
you.
within arm's
That's why you
reach. That's
keep
what I say.
look. That's why you pay attention to them, but you don't get involved in whether they take over Estonia or whether they are going and fighting with these other small Baltic countries.
Human rights violations, that's kind of our thing.
no,
But
that's
it doesn't
a
have to be
that's a
our
UN's
problem.
thing. That's we're not the world police.
That's
Remember,
that's
you
not
know.
our job. That's my point. Is that we are always sticking our nose in other people's business when in your normal life you don't do that.
That's true.
You're always told, mind your fucking business. America needs to mind the fucking business. Worry about what they got going on before you go try and fix somebody else.
Yeah, stop killing yourselves before you try stopping other people from killing
Hell,
each other.
Biggie even said it.
What?
We have to change ourselves before we can change the world.
I mean, if you just look at Vietnam, it's a pretty good case in point.
That too. Like
Yeah,
it's
we were
just
like, fuck those guys. Let's go kick their asses. They're a bunch of fucking
and they kicked our
fuckers with
asses.
sticks.
It's a tie.
Oh my god.
It's a tie. We're just tired of killing you guys. That's all.
Yeah, that's what happened.
But that's why I hate this whole Russia conversation. Because there's
I think
literally
it's
no
what
reason for us
Media
to be
is
there.
literally only focusing on the fact that Trump is talking to Putin. Every fucking president has talked to Putin at a point in time.
That's what I'm
Every
saying, bro.
single president.
It's what he's saying.
You know the difference, though. Every president tried, what is it? Putting Putin in like a cage, you know, like keeping him an enemy, but like keep him a contained enemy, right? Trump
just
is
sanctions. It was literally just
That's
you're
literally-
not getting any
that's-
more money to
that's-
stop
that's
it.
Trump
literally what he just
doing
said.
a different approach by trying to be like, hey, instead of being like, hey, I'm gonna be the new guy on the block, even though you've been here
Yeah, but if
for
we
like
start funding
12
him-
of my predecessors.
No
Yeah.
bueno.
Yeah, no, I'm agreeing the fact that like we can't.
A different
Fun.
approach is necessary. That's all I'm
Yeah. There's two sides of this. It's what Cody's saying is we can't go too far to that different approach. Where we're just handing them money.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's also not a bad idea to do something different from what we've been doing for the past 40 odd years. That
Putin's still in power. These presidents have come and gone, and we're still just as in shitty a relation with Russia as we have ever been.
And guess what? Not dick has happened.
Exactly.
yeah.
So
but
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
This shit's like been like what, a week
If anything,
old?
they're losing more money, so they're even less likely.
That
to do
is one of the
something.
reasons why Vladimir Putin is now getting so uptight. Like he's going so hard about
Yeah,
it.
he's starting
He's-
to feel the
but
pressure.
But think
He's
about what happens when
bankrupting
you
his
back
country.
someone into a corner who has no other options.
Nuclear.
They lose their
fallout.
shit.
At the end
They-
of the day,
they
a wound-
strike.
when you don't
they
got,
fight
yeah,
back.
when you got no money
Yeah.
to fund that.
Yeah, no. I'm saying, there's
Good
like,
fucking luck.
Yeah.
but he already has the nuclear missiles. He already has
Those things
nuclear
don't
weapons.
expire.
He already has nuclear weapons.
Yeah, those things don't expire.
So like, if you back him, if he feels that noose tightening with him losing his power, who's to say he's not going to be like an animal and finally fight back?
If you guys don't start giving us money, we're gonna blow all you fuckers with us.
It's-
Because at that
yeah.
point, he has nothing to lose.
Then he loses.
the
he just
world
loses
is-
nothing.
No, we all lose.
It's a
That's what
ticking
you're
time
not
bomb.
getting. You're looking at it from a perspective of like, we're always going to be the winners, or they're going to be the winners.
Or we just get a Cold War Part 2. I have nukes. I have nukes too.
Yeah, which could happen.
I have more nukes.
Which could
No,
happen. But
my
I'm just
nuke's
saying.
bigger than yours.
But I'm
That's
just-
why the change of solutions from, hey, I have nukes and you have nukes. Well, if you nuke us, we'll nuke you. We should be like, hey, we both have nukes, but since we're pals, how about we tone it down on the nuclear stuff and maybe look at how can we fix your country while not sacrificing ones with ours? Increase trade, bring some of your resources to the table. Maybe that's a possible thing. Just stop being a cunt to us. Do we have to bleep that out?
No. it's
And
just-
then they might turn around and come after us.
Yeah.
But like,
Out-
if you live in fear of bad things happening, you will never be able to make good things
I
happen.
mean, it's true, but it's just like it's happened a lot. America does stick their hands in too many honeypots.
Exactly. We need to stop looking at everyone as,
getting
oh,
stung
you're
by
our
bees."
enemy.
There's a law. There's one of the 48 laws of power. I can't recite the exact law because I didn't like memorize it. But the idea is basically it was telling the story of how this Chinese emperor, when they were at war with, I want to say it was the Mongols or something like that. They captured one of his enemies and they made him into one of their generals, like one of the highest generals in the army they're opposing. He made one of his highest generals in his army, and he had a friend who was also a very high general. Well, it turned this friend, who he trusted and everything like that, ended up wanting to turn on him and take that power.
Oh,
Where
sounds
the
like something
man-
that happened with Lu Bu.
The man who he spared his life and gave him some power feared him more and respected him more and was the best general he ever had. So it's this idea of like taking your enemy and not making them your friend, but not letting them continue to be your enemy. They'll start to trust you and respect you more. So that way it's not such a volatile relationship all the time.
That makes sense.
So I mean, not that saying Trump is like that, thinking it that far out, but I'm saying
No,
that's
man,
a
he's a genius, bro.
that's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's always everything in life. There's always going to be extremes to it. You always got to find that middle ground.
I think the only problem I could foresee with that is just who we're dealing with. Putin, by nature, he's a
Ex-KGB agent.
ex-KGB agent, hard Soviet. Like, this guy, openly admits that the fall of the Soviet Union in his mind is the worst thing that ever happened. So I think as long as he's in power, we just can't work with Russia.
He's gonna die it sooner or later. But if the
Yeah.
person that takes his spot is even more hardcore fucking, yeah, we're pro-Russian, fuck anybody that doesn't like us, then that's gonna become a problem. But if we're pals with them and the person that takes over is like, America's not half bad. Maybe we should,
So
But
basically, yeah, we just have to
It also-
All this talk
Putin
about
out.
Russia doesn't make them not like me, so I can't visit Moscow.
But
Well,
it
Well,
also
they want you to visit.
But George, to your point, that is a possibility, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's not like Vladimir Putin is going to be like. There's nothing to say that he's going to be like that. Like, it's nothing to say that he's going to be like, oh, we extend you this olive branch. He's like, nah, still, I'm a Soviet till the day I die. Yeah.
No, it's
and
not-
also, who cares? No one cares what a government really is run like other than America. That's the only, and then we've put this idea into every other government. that we're-
communism is bad.
yeah, communism has been showed to fail every time. So why not just let it fail?
Because the effects are insane, Brandon. Culturally and politically and
But George,
economically.
But it's
what you're
not
not understanding,
us.
it's not
We're
us.
not becoming communists.
That'll affect us, though. If we...
Our allies?
You want me to explain world economy? Everyone has their hand on the other dude's nuts. And imagine if someone coughs. That's why everyone's freaking out about Greece's debt. Because if Greece goes bankrupt, won't be Europe that feels it, won't just be Greece that feels it, the entire world will feel it. So saying, oh, we can't allow this country to do this because it's not us, I can very well see where you're coming from with that. I'm not even going to say you're wrong. But to deny the fact that it could eventually affect us and the world at large, it's just ignorant. Not calling you ignorant, just the thought is.
But yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That does make sense. But at the same time, I can't say that I feel bad for America or for every other country because they let it happen. That's something that we created.
Yeah, we can't force governments to adopt. We shouldn't force governments to adopt our political policies.
And the moment we did is
We can
when
liberate
America,
their oil.
You know what the America's thing is? We're a sovereign fucking land. We get to choose how we rule ourselves. So why are we making other people rule themselves the way we tell them to rule themselves? That's really fucking hypocritical, bro.
Because Liberty Prime said one time, democracy isn't an option.
Yeah.
I just feel like everything that America is getting pissed off about was created by themselves, and they're just afraid to admit it.
Certain things, absolutely.
Because
I know ISIL and Al Qaeda. They were
did you
at.
say
They were,
ISIL.
it's
The
one of the
Islamic
million.
not state.
Okay,
because,
I thought you meant like ISIS, and I was
Yeah.
like, did you just say?
they called it ISIL because
Is
they
this-
didn't want to acknowledge it as a state.
Yeah. ISIL, ISIS, same thing.
Is
Yeah. The is will be was.
Well, guys, we should probably stop because Phil's gonna get pissed about this. But
Yeah, true.
Because we're going really far, and he's like, I want to
Yeah.
join this.
Okay, should we just
Well, tell him to stop being a pussy.
Pussy.
can we just end this on us chanting USA?
No,
Let's do it.
Fuck
Shut
that.
your damn mouth.
USA.
been
USA.
another episode of the Classically Urban Podcast.
The most classic, the most urban.
Coming straight from your mama's basement.
Yeah. It's your boy, Baby Ice Cube.
And Rain Gryphos.
It's Georgia boy.
We'll see you next week. Peace out.
Bye bye.